Hey, this is D-Sider. You're listening to the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Hell yeah.
Hey, it's me, Dr. Fuck from Thrash or Die in Combat, with my alcoholic buddy there, Ian. How you doing there, Ian?
Whoo, man, I am on a fucking redneck speedball. That is a pot of coffee and a fucking 12-pack of beer. I'm ready to go.
I like that. I like that you're not a quitter, bro.
No, never.
So, this is a new and improved. We just keep improving this show over and over again, and we came up with another great idea for this show. So we're going to start all the shows off with current events, and since this is a Kiss-related show, Ian was telling me before we started the show about something he read about Kiss, and I read it too. Ian, why don't you tell the people out there, what all Paul Stanley had to say this week on Blabbermouth that came out, I know.
Well, my favorite member of Kiss, even though he's a fucking grumpy old bastard, Paul Stanley.
Is he really?
Man, I'll tell you what, it's neck and neck between him and Ace. I love Ace, but I have so much respect for Paul for what he's done. But anyway, let's get to what Paul said. Paul basically came out, and this is, in my opinion, total bullshit. This is to defend the current lineup of Kiss and the current incarnation. Said that Kiss's downfall was diluted because they came up with the makeup for Eric Carr and the makeup for Vinnie Vincent, and it took away from what they created. I disagree. What led to Kiss's downfall was, an album I love but was very disco, Dynasty. An album I also love but was very pop, Unmasked. And an album that was just pure shit called Music from the Elder. It had, I really don't think it had anything to do with the different makeup. Even though, I gotta admit, I love Eric Carr. Was not a fan of the Fox makeup. It really didn't do anything for me. But I think Vinnie Vincent's makeup was cool as shit. I really like the fucking, the Ankh or the Egyptian warrior, whatever they want to call him. I think that looked great. Musically is what led to their downfall. And, taste. Taste change. What's hip, there's always something replacing it. But to blame it on that is just a blatant fucking excuse for, why you have imposters right now. In my opinion. And if you disagree, you're wrong, but it's okay. But
no, Ian, it's not okay. It's not okay to be wrong. You people out there that defend Tommy Thayer and Eric Carr wearing the classic makeup, I had one guy actually say to me, well, it's like, a character playing a role in the movie. It's like, whoever played Gandhi, or, Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman. This ain't a fucking movie, man. This is music, So you can't judge Kiss by a damn movie. And I did actually, unlike you, Ian, I'm kind of shocked to hear that you didn't like the Fox makeup. I actually liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty damn cool. Now,
it was better than the Hawk that they were going to give him. I'll give you that.
And even the early Fox makeup, I think, the one that ended up on People magazine. You know which one I'm talking about? That was kind of lame too. But it got perfected. I thought it looked cool. I thought it was right in the pocket with Kiss, where Vinnie Vincent's makeup I do like. Kind of stuck out though. It was kind of like, man, couldn't you come up with like I don't know, some kind of other thing instead of... it's a cool makeup design, don't get me wrong. I actually like it, but what is it?
I don't see, that's where we disagree. That's what I love about Vinnie's. I think Vinnie's was so cool and fit him, and was nice to look at, where Eric's was like, oh, it has to be an animal. Thank God they didn't pick the platypus, where, I don't know, to pick a fox. I'm like, I don't know. It's
look. I think Vinnie Vincent's makeup was cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool, but you are dead wrong when you say it fits him. If you want something that fits him, they should have just drawn a pink fucking feather on his face.
Yeah, you got me there.
That fits Vinnie Vincent, okay? People have been hounding me to do Vinnie Vincent reviews, and I just sat through Vinnie Vincent Invasion and All Systems Go, and I will put up that review. I'm going to do those reviews very soon, so they'll be up on the the Almost Human YouTube channel, and boy, I should I spoil it for the people?
I think we probably agree on this that they would be great instrumental albums.
No, I even disagree there. I think this guitar solos are just. I mean, without the guitar solos, yes. The guitar solo is just ridiculous, man. It's just so over the top that even Yngwie told them to slow down. All right, so we're going to go into, what is this, the 13th studio album, I believe?
Yes, this is the 13th studio.
Put Kiss on your list. You definitely do not want to miss Asylum, the new release from Kiss that's already gold and zooming toward platinum. Asylum, it's the best yet from Kiss on Mercury Records and cassettes. Marketed by Polygram.
Kind of controversial as years have gone by. Now that people have woken up from the 80s looking back at that image going, holy mackerel, this was Kiss at their most ridiculous looking. Do we agree?
No.
Really? All right, what era do you think they look more ridiculous than this one?
Shit, I can pick three eras that look worse.
All right, let's hear how wrong you are.
God. I mean,
Elder?
I could pick way more. No. I actually love the Elder.
Yeah, I thought the Elder look was cool.
I thought the Elder look was very cool. I thought the Lick It Up, if you look aside from the videos, like on stage, I think it was way worse.
No, I'd say Lick It Up is the second place, but no, not worse.
Crazy Nights.
No, Crazy Nights, they got a little more into the leather. The music was worse, but...
Yeah. Well, this is me. This is me personally. This is me personally. Lick It Up, I thought they looked horrible. Crazy Nights, I thought they looked horrible. And Hot in the Shade, I thought they looked horrible.
Okay, I disagree because all the three you mentioned, with the exception of Lick It Up, Gene was back to wearing like leather jackets and stuff, where he wasn't wearing like his aunt's blouse. I mean,
Well, here's one thing I will say. I think Gene is the only one who looked bad during the Asylum era.
No, Eric Carr, bro. Look at Eric Carr.
I disagree.
It looked like somebody threw up on Eric Carr's like clothes.
I disagree.
It was pretty bad. But Eric Carr, I mean, God bless him, man. Wasn't the snazziest dresser. Remember the zebra prints on Animalize?
I like that.
Really? I just thought it was so hokey.
That's me, though.
Well, anyway, so, yeah, this was a controversial album. Now it is, looking back. But hardcore Kiss fans seem to have a hard-on wanting to find a pro shot of this show. Because, I deal with a lot of Kiss bootlegs and stuff. Well, I used to.
I am one of those.
I would love to have one, too.
I would love to have.
Now, if I was...
There's any tour out of the 80s that I wish I would have been at. I don't care what tour.
Really?
Asylum is the one I'd want to go to.
Wow, me, it would have been Creatures, which I did see the Creatures tour. If I had to pick one, it'd be
That
Creatures.
would be second. That would be second, but Asylum would be first.
Okay, I saw every 80s tour with the exception of Unmasked, and The Elder didn't happen. But from Creatures of the Night all the way up to Hot in the Shade, I never missed a Kiss tour. I did miss Revenge because the same night was Megadeth and Suicidal, and I picked that one over Revenge. And in retrospect, I think I made a mistake because I saw the Revenge tour and they threw out Parasite and Watching You.
Great tour. I saw it twice.
I didn't see that tour, so I do regret that. But I did see Hot in the Shade. Hot in the Shade, to me, was probably the best one.
I'm sorry not to cut you off, but Revenge was 90s anyway.
So was Hot in the Shade.
That's true. It was 90. Yeah, the album came out in 89, but the tour was 90. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
I would have to say the non-makeup years, the best show was definitely Hot in the Shade. But Lick It Up was awesome, too. That was a really good show. Lick It Up was basically the Creatures of the Night show without makeup and a couple new songs because they still had the tank. It was still basically the same thing, the same opening song. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I will talk about, from experience, I did see the Asylum tour. And one thing I will say that was cool about the Asylum tour and all the others was the Kiss logo was humongous.
The biggest one they ever had.
And it changed colors. It was nice, you know. But that was about it. There was not a lot of special effects, with the exception of Gene Simmons' bass solo. Sparks flew out of the head of his, like you see it in the Crazy Crazy Nights video, where Gene Simmons' bass, the sparks fly out of the head, wherever, the tuning part. That was like the only, I don't remember explosions or fire or anything like that, but it was a very bare stage with a huge logo behind them. By the time I saw this tour, they were not playing some songs that I did hear they did play on this tour, because when I saw this show, the only songs they played off Asylum was Tears Are Falling and All Night. Now, I know they played Any Way You Like, Any Way You Slice It? Is that
Any Way You Slice It, yeah.
Any Way You Slice It was played at the very first show. And there is actually a bootleg recording of it, I heard. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think King of the Mountain was played. Could be wrong.
Nice.
I think that was also played. But so, if ever a bootleg does, a pro shot does come out, I hope it's early in the tour where they captured both those songs, you know? Because, you know, why would you want an Asylum show where they only play 2 songs off Asylum, right? Okay, so let's go into the first track. First track is King of the Mountain. Now, something interesting about this song starts with a little mini drum solo, which actually was not supposed to be on the album. And Eric Carr was just playing his drums, like just doing a little fills here and there, I guess to get a sound, or after they got the sound, a little warm-up. He just did a little warm-up, and they ended up putting it up on the album. That's the story on that. Now, this song, it's one of the better songs on the album. It's definitely Paul Stanley's best song on the album, if you ask me. And, you know, before we get into the whole album, I do have to stress that at this time, Gene Simmons got a lot of shit for not caring and doing movies. And I think at this time he did what I consider his best movie, was Wanted Dead or Alive, where he played a terrorist really good. And he really didn't care that much about Kiss. But you know what? I like his songs on here more than Paul's. Wow. Believe it or not, yes, I do.
Wow.
When we go through all of them, I don't think he released a bad song on here. And I watched my Asylum review today to get warmed up, and there was one song I hated on my review, and now I love that song. So, little thing about anybody that sees my reviews on YouTube, I tend to change my mind after a while. What do you think of King of the Mountain, Ian?
Well, first of all, I want to give a little backstory on this. This was my first Kiss album, and this album is so special to me because it cemented me into heavy metal. Before this, I think the only hard rock albums I had was Pyromania and Metal Health, and both of those I got by default because Sears was sold out of Michael Jackson's Thriller. But I saw the video for Tears Are Falling, and I was like, holy fuck, this is amazing. I got to get this. And, man, this is where I hit the ground running and became a fan of Kiss, love Kiss, and love heavy metal. And this is what started really all of it. But to get into King of the Mountain, love it. Love it. Those, I'm going to put a question mark, but Eric Carr drums that start out the album, amazing. Great opener. I mean, it's a great way to, you know, come out the gate. And, you know, like, here's the fucking album. Here we go. It's a great Paul track. I think it's over. I think a lot of this album is overlooked because you never hear any of it live on any tours since then, other than Tears Are Falling. But King of the Mountain, a great track, and I still love listening to it.
I think a huge problem with this album being, kind of like overlooked is because it's one of those cases where people judge the book by the cover. The cover's horrendous. The image was horrendous. The clothing was ridiculous. That it really took away from the music. In retrospect, like what you were saying earlier, when I saw Tears Are Falling, it blew my mind. Yeah, because at that time, the big '80s, it didn't really look that ridiculous in 1986. Yeah. those gloves were kind of like, I remember people going, man, those gloves are cool as hell. They're so loud, the color. But now looking back, man, I mean, I will actually, you know, in my defense, when people were saying, man, those gloves are cool, I'm like, what are you, on crack? But I hated it. I hated that.
I could not disagree with you more. I do not hate this album cover. Like, you want to talk about a shitty Kiss album cover? I would say Hot in the Shade or Sonic Boom. Asylum cover doesn't bother me. When I saw the video for Tears Are Falling, I was like, now those are rock stars. That doesn't look like anybody I see walking around my fucking mall or my school. But this is the 80s, man. I love the bright colors. This is when you wore a shirt that was hypercolors. Remember, you touch it and you can see the handprint. Fuck, I mean, the 80s.
Hey, don't speak for me, man.
The 80s were all about bright colors. I used to have these sunglasses, neon green, the part that go around your ears were neon green and the front was black. It was all about bright colors and shit. And man, when I saw the video, I was like, these guys are rock stars. This is a great song. I loved it. I love the album cover. I love the album. To me, this is when rock stars were fucking rock stars. You're a little older than me, so maybe it threw you off.
No, look, that's why I want to discuss this for a second. I may have hated and I hate that album cover. To me, that's the worst Kiss album cover by far.
Yeah, I disagree.
To me, that makes Sonic Boom look like Love Gun. And I hate Sonic Boom. I hate that album cover too. But you got to admit, the album cover does go well with the music. I'm talking about Sonic Boom because the cover's as crappy as the music. Anyway, my point is, when you were saying that you wore those glasses with the neon glasses and you had the fashion with the colorful shirts and
hypercolors, yeah,
hypercolors. See, I wasn't like this. I dressed like with jeans and shirt. I wasn't wearing no neon color. But in the 70s, I owned a Pet Rock. In the 70s, I wore around with a shirt with Fonzie on it. Okay, so I know what it's like to be influenced at a young age with your surroundings. So don't get me wrong bashing you for dressing this way, because let me tell you, if I was 13, I would have been looking like Don Johnson from Miami Vice as well. Okay?
Oh my God, I love it. But God damn it, let's go to the next song. And the next song is Any Way You Slice It. The first Gene song on the album. To me, this is Gene by the numbers. Typical Gene, Spoon, Moon, and June. But I fucking love this song. I love it. And I love the breakdown. Like, oh, yeah. If I told you once, I told you twice. I mean, totally stupid, but I fucking love it. It's a fun song. And I would never skip Any Way You Slice It. What do you think, Ralph?
Love the hell out of this song. Now,
nice.
a little backstory on this. Back then, when I believe Gene was, well, no, it wasn't. Whatever. Gene, when he was seeing Diana Ross, the neighbor of Diana Ross was a guy called Howard Rice. Now, Howard Rice and Gene got together and wrote some songs, and this was one of them. So this is where this song.
I never knew that. I mean, I knew the co-write, but I never knew that.
Yeah, he was the neighbor of Diana Ross, and they became buddies, and they wrote some songs together. And this was one of them. Now, I don't know. I think by this time he was seeing Shannon Tweed. I think. I don't know.
I think he started dating her on this tour.
So this song may go back a few years before they actually recorded it. But actually, it's there's also another song here from The Elder. Do you know that?
No,
I'll discuss that when it was supposed to be on The Elder, but then Bob Ezrin turned it into a concept album.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and actually it's my favorite Gene song on the album. So, but this was a great song. I love it. Actually, it has a little blues in it. There's a little bluesiness, which is a little different for Gene. And yes, it is Gene by numbers. It's goofy, but it's, look, I love Cheese. Don't get me wrong, but to me, Burn Bitch Burn, I know you like it. I hated Burn Bitch Burn.
I love Burn Bitch Burn.
Because it just crossed that line of spoiled cheese. Where this one is just thick mozzarella, and still fresh.
I'll tell you what, your mom didn't mind it when I put my log in her fireplace.
Okay, well, if I told you once, I told you twice. You better
Next
listen to
song.
my advice. You better wear a condom when you fuck that face. All right, so, yeah, okay. Next song. Who Wants to Be Lonely? Now, send your hate mail to Ian and let him know how much you hate me when I'm about to tell you this. I hate this song.
Oh, you bitch.
And I know a lot of people love this one. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, I love Who Wants to Be Lonely. There's one part of the song I absolutely love, though. The part where it goes, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, bam, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, bam. You know the part I'm talking about? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, bam. It's a little break section in the middle. But I don't like it. I think the middle part is cool, but I hate the ooh, you look good tonight. And one thing I cannot stand in any song is the whoa chants. Whoa! I hate woes. Okay? Woes make me whoa. You know who plays bass on this?
Yes.
Ian?
This.
I can't pronounce the guy's name. Can you?
I want to say it's Jean Bouvier.
That's it. I think you got it right.
Yeah, the bass player from Plasmatics.
Exactly. The black guy with the mohawk.
Yes, he plays bass on 2 tracks on this album. This one and All Night are played by him.
So what do you think of Who Wants to Be Lonely?
I fucking love Who Wants to Be Lonely. Yeah. And that's I put that in my notes. Yeah. It's my second favorite song on the fucking album.
What?
Yes, I love it. I love the video. I love everything about the song.
The video.
All the videos from this album were awesome. Awesome, in my opinion.
Only one video is awesome on this album, and I'll talk about it.
Yeah. We're talking about me now. I love all of them. This was awesome. I love this fucking song.
Would this be your favorite of the 3 videos?
No.
Okay.
No. It's my second favorite song. It's my second favorite video.
Okay, don't say your favorite till we get there.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. But this is awesome. And since you already gave your opinion, I'm going to go on the next song, which is Trial by Fire. And this song is total fucking filler, and I love it. I love this fucking song, even though this is total fucking filler. It's like, hey, Gene, we need a song. It's like, okay, real quick, but I gotta go pay the gas bill later. But I love Trial by Fire. What do you think, Ralph?
Well, I'll give you a little backstory on this. Bruce Kulick actually demoed this song for Gene, and Gene wrote a song called Live Fast, Die Young, or something like that, to this song, but then ended up changing it to Trial by Fire. I think it's a fun song. It's a good melodic song. This is a song I did not get back in the 80s. Who Wants to Be Lonely and Trial by Fire and Secret Really Cruel. And there's a few other ones I just didn't get, but this one grew on me. I actually like Trial by Fire. Not my favorite of the Gene songs, probably my least favorite of all Gene songs on here, but it's a good tune. I dig it. It's fun. It's just a fun little song, Trial by Fire. All right, next one, we're going to go into the next song, which is I'm Alive, where it's Paul Stanley just, rewriting Gimme More and Under the Gun, Creatures of the Night, it was kind of mandatory to put a fast song on every Kiss album in the 80s, and this was it. I actually really like this one. This would have to, my second favorite. I'd say King of the Mountain's better. I'm saying Paul songs, okay? But I like it. Again, it's Paul trying to be Gene a little bit with One Pretty Girl Makes You Feel Pretty Good. Two's even better. At that time, this was Paul just trying to... He was just shoving down people's throats that he fucks multiple chicks at the same time. Because I went to this tour, and I'll tell you something interesting that happened during this show, which was amazing, actually. During, I forgot what song, may have been Cold Gin or something, Paul, I was all the way up front. Paul came down from the barricades and was playing with this chick's tits, like during a song. I mean, he was just sucking on them, playing with them during like a guitar solo. I think it was Cold Gin because it has that long section at that time. And then when you went to the merch table, they had a shirt that had Paul Stanley with like 5 chicks. You know, he was just really at this was the height of him trying to let people know, hey, look, I fuck a lot of chicks. Now, I also remember during this time,
it was Paul saying I'm not gay.
Yeah, exactly. And at this time, they released the Exposed home video, where you remember he wakes up to a bed full of chicks.
It's a Paul Stanley workout.
And the Paul Stanley workout. And then there was also that movie that came out at the time called Decline of Western Civilization, which again is Paul Stanley being interviewed with a bed full of chicks. So it was just, and this song pretty much is Paul saying, hey, look, I fuck a lot of chicks. But I actually like the song. I like your token fast heavy metal Kiss songs, all of them. No, 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 Give Me More. And there's another one on here too we'll talk about. What do you think of I'm Alive?
I'm Alive. You're right. You're absolutely, man, you hit a lot of nails on the head. This is Paul like saying, even though dick tastes great, I love chicks. You know, it's a Paul rocker. I think Eric Carr and Bruce Kulick shine on this song. I mean, it's very, you know, under the radar kind of song, but I totally dig it.
Don't you think the title should have been I'm Bisexual?
Yeah, but it's hard to rhyme a lot of shit with bisexual.
Yeah, that's true.
So he changed the name to I'm Alive. Good song, like I said.
Well, no, he could have said, I fuck chicks and transsexuals because I'm bisexual.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it just doesn't flow off the tongue like I'm Alive.
That's true.
But it tastes just as good.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's filler, but it is a rocker, and I do think Eric Carr and Kulick shine on this. And then we go into track number 6, which is Love's a Deadly Weapon.
Yeah, we flip over the vinyl for this one.
Yeah,
First track
yeah.
on side 2.
Yeah, as Terrence would say, we flip this motherfucker over, and I agree with Ralph. And Recon Ass and all that. This is total fucking filler. Total fucking filler. My least favorite song on the fucking album. And I love it. I love it, but this is like, man, if I was gonna skip one, but back then I couldn't skip it because I had this shit on cassette, you know, and I'm too lazy to fucking fast forward. But yeah, Love's a Deadly Weapon. Yeah, not only least favorite Gene song, least favorite song at all on this album. What do you think, Ralph?
You know, when I started making Kiss videos, I was making videos for my favorite songs off each album, and this one's my favorite song on the album.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me! Are you fucking serious?
I'm not, and
you're not, or you are.
I'm not. Watch my review. I say it on my review. This is my favorite song on the album. Now let me explain something to you. Ian. I know where you're coming from because everybody got the same reaction from me. Everybody doesn't seem to like this song, and I'm clueless why that is. Now this is the song I was telling you about.
You listen to the song on mute. That's why it's your favorite fucking song.
It's fast. It's furious.
Oh my god!
I love the you know what? Almost every song where Gene and Paul sing, I just love it by default. Almost all of them. Not the last couple albums had a couple I didn't like, but I liked it. And this was the song I was talking about that was written during The Elder. This was, but it was actually Gene wrote a song and Paul wrote a song, and they meshed them both together. And I love this song. It's my favorite song on the album.
Holy, this is your favorite song on the album?
Yes, it is. And I know, like Bruce Kulick, I walk alone on this one. But it is.
Wow.
It is my favorite song on the album. And if you look on my review, you hear me say it. And I made a video for it. That shows you how much I like the damn song.
Wow. This is proof that the only reason I like you is because you have C. Thomas Howell like good looks, not because you're smart. Oh my God, this is your favorite song. I am totally wow, I'm perplexed by this.
No. Hey, let me tell you something. Everybody that loves Asylum always points to this one as the worst song on it, and I'm like, wow, man, really? I'm so alone on this.
Yeah, you are.
I'm alone on a lot of stuff, Ian. Don't get me wrong. I understand your shock, and it doesn't surprise me at all because there's a lot of stuff.
You still look like C. Thomas Howell, but God damn, we don't agree on this.
Yeah, that's Are you talking about the guy from Gilligan's Island, Mr. Howell?
No,
I know. Mannequin, right?
No.
He wasn't a mannequin, right? Soul Man.
Soul Man.
Did you like Soul Man, by the way?
I love it.
That's a horrible movie. All right, so that goes to the most popular song on the album, "Tears Are Falling." This song, Paul said he was influenced by the Eurythmics. Did you know this?
No, I never heard that.
He actually was. He was influenced by two songs when he wrote this song: "Would I Lie to You" by the Eurythmics and "Uptight" by Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
Weird, right? Those two songs influenced this song. Paul Stanley plays bass on this song. Bruce Kulick does an awesome guitar solo on this song. And, yes, that's right, people. Send your hate mail to Ian. That's all I got to say good about this song. I don't like this song. When I put the poll up, this one, hands down, everybody picked Tears Are Falling as the best song off Asylum. I don't like the song at all, and Love Is a Deadly Weapon is my favorite song. I need help. What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, you need help I cannot give you because not only is this amazing, this was the last great Kiss song ever written.
What?
Yes.
Better than Unholy.
Best song since the fucking 70s, best song in the 80s, best song Kiss ever done since then.
Better than Young and Wasted.
Yes. This song is fucking flawless. I've heard some people call it a ballad. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a ballad. But it is just fucking amazing. This song is what, Led Zeppelin wanted Kashmir to be. But it's not. But it's not. This is an amazing song. This is why I'm a Kiss fan. This is why I'm a fucking heavy metal fan. This is a song that sucked me in, that dragged me in. This song is fucking flawless. I would not change a single note. I think it's amazing. I think the video is amazing. Honestly, there's not anything post Love Gun that I think could best this fucking song.
Not even War Machine.
Not even War Machine. And I love War Machine. Wow. I love War Machine.
Into the Fire.
By Dokken?
No. I've had enough.
Yeah. No, I'm busting balls here. No. Tears Are Falling is a perfect fucking... Tears Are Falling is like fucking... might as well have been on Sgt. Pepper. It is that fucking... Tears Are Falling is an amazing song.
Yeah, ironically, Tears Are Falling over here because I'm doing a show with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It don't matter. It don't matter what anybody got to say. Tears Are Falling, one of the best songs ever fucking written. Perfect. I love everything about it.
Wow.
Solo, the structure. This is an amazing fucking song. There's a bar I used to hang out in the quarter called Yo Mama's, and I won't go there anymore, and I'm not going to go into that. But it was great because the owner had his own jukebox, and so he burned his own CDs. But it was awesome because it wasn't like typical greatest hits where it's what you hear on the radio. He would pick his favorite songs by each artist, So it'd be like there's a Bob Seger CD, but it's not Turn the Page, and he had a Kiss CD that had fucking Tears Are Falling on it. And I loved it because I'd go in there every time, play Tears Are Falling. The bar I live above, I go down there, and thank God it's an internet jukebox. I will go down there and play Tears Are Falling. Always. But I'll tell you what, I'm still so stuck on this song. You're going to have to go to number 8, which is Secretly Cruel.
All right, Secretly Cruel. It starts off with a riff that reminds me a lot of Mr. Speed from Rock and Roll Over. It has that early Kiss vibe to it.
Good call.
Yeah, I love it. Gene said the lyrics to this are actually a true story, that he did know a chick that had posters of Gene all over her wall, and she was kind of like a stalker type chick. That chick had mental problems. But when you see my review on Asylum, I breeze through this kind of quick, and I just say, this song sucks. Next. Man, am I ever wrong on that review. I absolutely love this song. I think this song is awesome. My second favorite Gene song on here. I love Secretly Cruel. It's really awesome. And if you guys want to laugh, there's a bunch of like Kiss nerdy guys made a video for Secretly Cruel where they're actually wearing Kiss makeup and pretending they're recording this song. It's very hokey, but I actually love it. Great song.
Nightmare. All right, Secretly Cruel. Here's where we disagree. You said it's your second favorite Gene track on the album?
Yeah. What is it, your first?
You goddamn right. By far, this is my favorite Gene track. I love Secretly Cruel. I don't know what it's... To me, this is like quintessential Gene. Like almost like Christine 16 or God of Thunder. I don't know. There's just something. I'm not saying it's as good as those, but I'm saying there's just something about it that just like it's Gene through and through. Love it. I mean, it grabbed me right off the bat. Great. Well, I should say great Gene song. But I mean, for this album, it is by far the best, most Kiss-like song. And then we go into track number 9, which is Radar for Love. And this is where Paul gets the let out. Paul has this fixation with Led Zeppelin. And I get it, because Led Zeppelin's a great fucking band. But this is one of those songs where he's trying to do his fucking, his Led Zeppelin shit. But I love it. And
oh, God.
Really? You hate... I like it, and for me, it was like, I kind of... You gotta think, when I bought this, I was like 12. Because I got the giggles where it was like, Radar for Love. Fuck yeah! And I was like, ooh, he said fuck.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's like, Radar for Love. Fuck yeah! And I was like, ooh, like, this is dirty.
I think the only time Kiss ever said fuck on recording, right?
No.
Really? What other song?
No. The first time they said fuck was The Elder, where they said fuck the fans.
Oh, that's right. That was subliminal.
Yeah, subliminal was like, yeah, fuck you. You just got duped into paying $6.99.
Oh, my God.
But I love Radar for Love. Fuck yeah. It should be subtitled in parentheses. It should be fuck yeah. But I love Radar for Love. But it's totally, there's a lot of songs where Paul tries to do his fucking, his Led Zeppelin thing. And I'm going to get into that when we recap this album, because there's a very, special thing to bring up about this tour. But all in all, I love Radar for Love. But Ralph, let's hear you bash it.
By far the worst piece of crap on the album. Horrible Led Zeppelin ripoff. Let me tell you something. This ain't no hot dog. All right? This is
because it's good.
No, it's not. Radar for Love fucking sucks. It's a filler tune, and I'm sure if you play this for Paul now, he'll probably say it's Ace Frehley's fault. I hate this fucking song. This song is like, I've always hated it. And when I did the review, I listened to this album several times, and I was like, dude, I just couldn't get past this song. This song was just so bad.
Get down!
He should have just said, fuck no, turn off the recording. Horrible song. I hate it. That's all I got to say about Radar for Love. Now let's end with the last track on the album, which to me is him trying to do Heaven's on Fire again. It's called All Night, with John on bass again, from the Flashback. Bouvier on bass again. Total Heaven's on Fire ripoff. I love this song, actually, believe it or not. I actually like this. I don't know why. It has all these components that I shouldn't like it, but you know what? I'm a fan of Heaven's on Fire as well. And I'm not a big fan of Animalize. I only like 3 tunes on there, and one of them is Heaven's on Fire. All Night's a fun song, and I love the video because
hot chicks on that.
The one scene where the chicks' asses are moving,
yeah,
they're moving in unison.
Oh,
yeah. They're moving like right at the same time. That to me makes the whole fucking video. Yes, I love this video. I love it for the big cheese factor, the big keyhole they kept looking out of each member. Yeah, it was totally 80s, and to me that was like right at the border of cheese. If they just would have went a little further, I would have hated it. But it was right there. So yeah, I do like All Night, and I did get to see them perform this live on the Asylum tour. What do you think, Ian?
I fucking love this song. I love the fucking video. I love the album. This album is the whole reason that I got into heavy metal the way I did. You know, no, this is not the heaviest album ever, but this was my gateway drug. You know, this is my fucking marijuana. This was my near beer. Whatever fucking got people hooked on heroin. This is what got me hooked on the heroin of heavy metal. And I love it. And this is a great song. The video was fucking amazing. Yeah, I'm sure I fucking jerked off to this a couple fucking times.
I actually said that in my review.
Because those chicks' ass is shaking. Oh my god. Just amazing. I love this album. I love this song. You know, once it was MTV, I'll never forget, it was a Friday afternoon, and it was like right when Dial MTV started. And, you know, Tears for Falling was the #1 video. And I had to go out that day. I didn't even wait till the next day. You know, I told my grandfather, I was like, we gotta go right now. I gotta get this. And I bought this on cassette, and it was Kiss from then on out. I mean, anything I could get on Kiss, any magazine, any fucking, you know, anything. It was all about Kiss, and it was all about hard rock and heavy metal. Absolutely fucking love it. I think Bruce Kulick did a great job on this album. Way better than Mark St. John. Maybe not as, you know, prolific writer as Vinnie Vincent, but he did a great job on guitar. The cover, I don't mind as much as everybody else does. You know, the tour, you're so lucky, Ralph, you got to see this. I believe you got to see when Wasp was opening up.
Yeah, West Palm Beach Auditorium.
Oh, man, I would have loved to have seen that, because that was Wasp Last Command.
Yes.
Oh, my, what a fucking tour that must have been. I looked at Rolling Stone gave this a 1-star review.
What, Asylum?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that great.
Oh, you bitch.
No. You don't understand what I meant by that. When Rolling Stone gives you a 1-star review, to us that means it's awesome.
Right.
Because those guys are clueless. You know, they said Van Halen wouldn't survive to 2 more albums on their debut review. Come on.
Oh, they hated Led Zeppelin, you know,
and Black Sabbath.
They hated Deep Purple. Hence, again, Deep Purple still hasn't been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Fuck that damn magazine.
Oh, I know. It's all one fucking Benetton ad.
Yeah, it's just too bad I can't go back in the past, because I would rename this show "Fuck Rolling Stone Magazine Podcast."
I agree.
That would have been a good name for our show.
Now, here's one thing. I don't know if you know about, Ralph. If you do, I hope you fill me in. This album marked the return of my 4th favorite Kiss drummer, which is Alan Schwartzberg.
Did he play on this?
Alan Schwartzberg played percussion.
On All Night, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my notes say he played on this album, but it doesn't specify a song, and I was just wondering if you knew what he played on.
I believe it was All Night. Well, I could be wrong. You see, here's the thing, Ian. There's a book. God, I don't know the name of the book. I own it. It's a Kiss book where the cover...
Kiss FAQ.
Is that the one?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's in my bathroom.
It's the one that has Kiss on the top of Empire State Building as the cover, right?
Yeah, I got it. I would probably say this is my favorite album out of 80s Kiss. I won't say it's the best, but it is my personal favorite for personal reasons. I think the three best 80s Kiss albums by far are Creatures, Lick It Up, and Asylum.
Well, you see, I will say this, and let's see if you agree with me here.
Okay.
And I never thought of it this way, but Asylum to me is the best album Bruce Kulick played on with Kiss.
Oh, totally agree.
Better than Revenge.
Oh, totally agree.
I think it's a better album than Revenge.
Revenge has a shitload of filler.
I think the thing about Revenge
is it came after Hot in the Shade and Crazy Nights.
No, and also the playing on Revenge is awesome. I think everybody's on their A game. They're playing great. Tough Love, Spit, all the songs. It's amazing playing on it. But the songs are just, I don't know, man. They don't hit the mark for me.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than fucking Psycho Circus. I'll tell you that fucking much.
I disagree.
Well, I know we disagree, but to me, it's this.
No, but hey, you gotta admit, Revenge is like looked up by Kiss fans as one of the best Kiss albums, and a lot of people think it's the best non-makeup album.
Right. Well, like I said, I think a lot of that has to do with it came after Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade.
But it didn't do that well. You know, that's another thing that people don't seem to realize. Hot in the Shade, well, I'm not sure about Hot in the Shade, but Crazy Nights sold more. And so did Asylum. And Animalize and Lick It Up sold more than Revenge. I think Revenge only went up to gold.
Yeah, no, Revenge only went gold. And I remember seeing, the Hot in the Shade tour was way bigger than the Revenge tour. I remember seeing the Revenge tour at UIC Pavilion in Chicago. And, oh, God, it was Trickster and Great White opened up. And then Kiss came out, and it wasn't totally full. It wasn't like the Hot in the Shade tour.
No, they were suffering. That's why the reunion happened. You honestly believe Kiss would have reunited with Ace and Peter if they were kicking ass?
Oh, well, no. I mean, the only reason, that shit happened was MTV. Because MTV said if you want to do Unplugged, you got to get Ace and Peter. You got to give us something other than what MTV considered shitty songs. You got to give us a selling point.
No, and also, another thing, too, during that convention. I mean, I was at the Miami convention, but I have a lot.
I was at the Chicago convention.
And I'm sure you will say the same thing I witnessed. When it was question and answering, how many people asked for a reunion in Chicago? Everybody wanted it. All the Kiss fanatics wanted a reunion. And all the diehard Kiss was like, hey, we like you, Eric and Bruce, but we want Ace and Peter back because, in my case, I never got to see them. And and it just, come on, it was freaking magic. I don't care what that stupid other podcast says. The reunion was so needed because Kiss was dead in the water, and they knew it. They couldn't sell out arenas anymore, and they released an album, Revenge, which, regardless of what you and I think about it, it was a return to form, and they were like, okay, if this ain't gonna sell out arenas and we can't even go platinum with an album we busted our ass on like Revenge and played our ass off, we're done. We need Ace and Peter back.
Right, and and that's what it was. I mean, how anything happens, like, enough time passes by, you glorify any era. Or, it's like all of a sudden the 70s were hip again, when the 70s weren't hip in the 80s. But in the 90s, enough time had passed where, there's interest.
Well, there's always a 20-year cycle. If you remember,
exactly. And
the 70s, The 70s was Happy Days, American Graffiti,
right,
a lot
exactly.
of 50s stuff. And in the 80s, you had the Monkees. You know,
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of 60s stuff. You know, in the 90s was 70s.
I agree, you know. And I love the reunion, but it did. I was there during Revenge, you know. I saw it was half full, even compared to Hot in the Shade.
Oh, I heard the Miami show was half full too, and Hot in the Shade was pretty packed. I don't know if it was sold out in Miami, but it was packed.
Oh no! Hot in the Shade was a good selling tour, but I mean, you got to look at it like this. Unfortunately, I think a lot of it had to do with the first time I saw them. It was Slaughter and Faster Pussycat. Next time I saw them, it was Slaughter and Winger. And those were bands who were on the up and up and doing great.
Yeah.
And now, granted, it was the best set list that Kiss had done since the 70s, so that helped it out too. But there was a lot of people there for the opening bands, you know, because they were new and they were hungry and they were popular at the time. I mean, Kiss has always jumped on what's, you know, whatever's going to make them look better. But
I do remember, yeah, you know, up to Hot in the Shade, that was the only time that I saw Kiss where I was disappointed with the opening act. Because they always brought somebody cool. Like, I'll give you an example. Creature of the Night, when I saw that, my first time seeing Kiss was the Plasmatics open.
Nice.
Unbelievable. The next one, even though a lot of people don't know them, but I love them. A band called Axe. You ever heard of Axe?
I know of them.
They're a good band. They open. I mean, not a mind-blowing opening act, but it was cool. Then Asylum had Crocus. I mean, Animalize had Crocus, which,
nice.
You know, I mean, Crocus is made a joke of, but I loved Crocus.
I mean, it's classic 80s metal.
Yeah, I love it. Headhunter, great fucking album.
Like Grim Reaper. I love Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper's awesome. Never saw them. Then Asylum had Wasp, and then Crazy Nights had Ted Nugent, which, regardless of what all you know, people think of his political views, Ted Nugent to me kicks fucking ass. Great artist.
I fucking hate Ted Nugent with a passion.
His music?
No, I love his music.
His music rules.
I hate it for what a lot of people might not know unless you were there. Ted Nugent also opened up for Judas Priest on the Defenders of the Faith tour.
Nah, not over here. That's interesting. See, over here, it was supposed to be Great White, and that's when I liked Great White. Great White's first album is nothing like the bluesy shit they did afterwards. Great White was opening the Defenders of the Faith tour, and then by the time it came down here, we got what's the name of that band? Kick-Axe. Remember Kick-Axe?
Oh yeah, from Canada.
Yeah, they opened the Defenders of the Faith. It was supposed to be Great White.
They got a great album called Vices.
That, I think, the only album. I have that on vinyl, actually. Back to the opening act. Yeah, so then by the time Hot in the Shade came to Miami, I can't tell you who opened. It might have been Winger and Slaughter and all that crap. I stayed outside drinking Jack Daniels and Coke back when I used to drink, good old days. Got totally shit-faced and walked in before Kiss played. So I can't tell you who opened up, but I do know it was very disappointing that I did not even bother to go inside to watch it.
Well, you know what would not be disappointing is for you to tell me your picks of the week.
Well, why don't you start? Because I don't have no pick of the week. I know you do, and I'll look around my collection and tell you what I think.
I'll tell you what, I got 3 picks of the week. The first pick of the week is a band that befriended us on Facebook and sent me a link to their video, and I really dug, called No Result. They're out of Ohio, and man, just really good, like groovy, kind of classic rock, like Sabbath, kind of a stoner vibe. And I like that, you know, ain't on no fucking major label. These are just some guys from fucking Ohio playing rock and roll, and you know, reminds me very much of Thrash or Die. I mean, not sound-wise, but I mean, these are just some guys that love metal saying, fuck it, you know, we're just going to do it, we're going to put out music. if you're in the Ohio area or anywhere around there where you see No Result playing, check them out because I really dug their song and I dug their video. As far as a movie, I'm so happy I just got the Blu-ray in of Motel Hell.
Oh, God, yeah. I saw that in the theater. I saw that as a little kid in the theater.
I saw Motel Hell at the drive-in. My dad took me when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah,
I love Motel Hell.
They grew people like vegetables.
Yes. And Shout, which is a great fucking, they put out videos and everything.
Shout Factory.
Yeah, Shout Factory is doing great with 80s horror movies and stuff. And they do a good job. Every time you get one, they put a lot of special... I mean, like, if you like these movies, you want special features, you want the interviews and all that extra shit. I just got Evil Speak with Clint Howard. I got Motel Hell. I mean, they just really do it up. And Motel Hell is awesome.
Shout Factory also released the 40th anniversary of Phantom of the Paradise, which was a past pick of mine.
Yes.
And it was limited. The first, I think, 100 got a poster, and I got it. I got the poster.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, they loaded it with killer extras in it. Highly recommend Phantom of the Paradise re-release. Are you done with your picks?
No. I just wanted to add to that. I just got an awesome magnet set that came with Motel Hell too. Like they're running this whole special through October, probably by the time this airs it'll be November. But anyway, Shout Factory, check them out. But my CD pick of the week is I love the band Ministry, and they put out an album called Dark Side of the Spoon, late 90s album. To me, it was a return to form. They changed a little bit with Phil's Pig, but I believe they came back hard with Dark Side of the Spoon. A lot of great songs on there. If you don't know the band or you don't know them, check out Ministry, Dark Side of the Spoon.
I will check that out. I will check that out because I was not a fan of Phil Pig, and I wasn't a fan of anything before the Rape of Milk and Honey was the name of that album.
Rape of Land and Milk and Honey.
Yeah, you see that everything before it, and my buddy Ruben loves, like, that's all he likes, is that early Depeche Mode-ish Ministry stuff.
I love Ruben De La Rosa. We got to get him on a goddamn show.
Yeah, I agree. But I like when they got a little more heavy industrial, like Land of Rape and Honey, and Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste is awesome.
Thieves and Liars.
Thieves rules, and Burning Inside, and So What. Great album. And
So What is amazing.
And my favorite, Psalm 69. What a great album.
69.
Yeah.
69.
Dun, 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 dun. That's awesome stuff. But, yeah, I heard Phil Pig, and I was like, what the hell? And I gave up on him with that one. So I'll look into Dark Side of the Spoon.
Yes, please check it out.
So you're done with your picks?
Yes, go to yours, brother.
All right. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was one of my past picks Widowmaker ever?
Ooh, are you talking about D. Snyder's Widowmaker?
Yes.
No, but
all
please talk about it. And
yes.
I have something to cap this off.
Yeah, D. Snyder released a band called an album, Widowmaker, Blood and Bullets, which I enjoyed that one a lot. Don't get me wrong. And that's the one that everybody points at as the better of the two. But I disagree. I like Stand By for Pain much more. I thought it was heavier. It was grittier. It's just both albums are great, but they're also both like night and day. Where Blood and Bullets was a little more straightforward rock, where Stand By for Pain was just more brutally, I don't know, more metal, more heavy metal, but like, I don't know, a little more modern twist on metal. And Dee Snider to me is one of the best frontmen ever. And I love Widowmaker. And Ian, I understand you met Dee Snider not too long ago.
Yes. By the time you guys hear this, it'll probably be like a month after the fact. But I went to a weekend cock rock festival, met Dee Snider, and got to tell him. I told him about fucking Dr. Fuck. I told him about Ralph. I said,
oh,
this
you
is
did?
Yes, I did.
Did he have a reaction of my name, Dr. Fuck?
He smiled. I said, look, this is my coach. Like, you are a huge influence on him as a frontman, as a singer.
Awesome.
And man, you couldn't ask for a nicer guy. He was so nice. He took all kinds of pictures with my old lady. He did an ID for the podcast, which will definitely be the intro to one of our episodes. And I said, hey, we're going to do a review of fucking You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Super nice guy. I can't stress enough.
I met him once, and I have a picture with him and AJ Perro.
Oh, it was actually my second time meeting him. I met unfortunately, because I hate Christmas fucking music. It was when they did the Christmas album. And they all signed my copy of Come Out and Play on vinyl, which is nice because it had the pull out where Dee's
I actually have Dee's autograph on that one.
Right, yeah. And that was the one I had to wait the longest for. Like, I met AJ and I think Mark Mendoza before the show, and then I had to wait for all of them afterwards.
I heard JJ's a dick.
He wasn't a dick to me, but I mean, it was quick.
Right.
But you know what? The first time I met fucking D, it was fucking quick as shit. But this last time I met him, he was great as hell. Now, granted, it's probably because I paid $100.
Right.
But he was as nice as could be. Did an awesome intro to our podcast, and I got nothing bad to say. He put on a great show, and what was awesome is not only did he play the Twisted Sister songs, he played songs by Widowmaker.
Did he? Like what?
Oh, he played the song Widowmaker.
Evil?
Yes, Evil. That he opened up with that.
Awesome.
I have the set list signed. No, I'm sorry. Evil was the second song. You Can't Stop Rock and Roll was the first song.
Nice.
No, yeah, I have a signed. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I also, while he gets the set list, I want to say he had an amazing guitar player called Al Petrelli, who was he was in Savatage, and I believe he's now in the Trans-Siberia Orchestra. And the drummer of Widowmaker was the same guy that played on Love Is for Suckers. But
Joey Franco.
Joey Franco.
Joey Franco played. Can you see this, Ralph?
Yes, I can.
This is the first page of the set list. There was
Breaking the Law. What, Judas Priest?
Oh yeah, he did covers too. But yeah, he signed this, and he did like 7 songs after this. But yes, Joey Franco played drums on the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I forget, one of the guitar players played in Deke Snider's SMFs, which he did before.
I've seen that. Where the other, he had 2 guitar players. The other guitar player's in Overkill now. Derek, I think his name is Derek. Tasker or something like.
He's
in Overkill.
Right. But no, it was a great weekend, great cock rock festival. I'll probably talk about later. But here's another thing I would like to do. I'd like to add to the podcast is where we talk about a fan of the week.
Okay. Can I finish my picks?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I just want to pick a couple things.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that you were talking about Shout Factory before. Now, Shout Factory I don't know if they just released it because it was not on my radar. There was a show when Fox was a brand new network that they used to show in the early 90s that didn't last long and everybody hated, but I loved the hell out of it. And Shout Factory actually released the complete series.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
No, it was actually before that, I believe.
Okay.
There's a show called Get a Life. You remember that?
With
Chris Elliott.
Yes.
I love that show. It's so stupid, but it was so funny. It's a paperboy that's in his 30s that still lives at home. Then later on, he moved in with Brian Doyle Murray, Bill Murray's brother. Great show. It was just a ridiculous show. It made no sense, But I love that show, and actually, for the longest time, that it's been out on DVD, which just like a couple episodes, and it was very expensive. And Shout Factory released a whole complete series, so that's my pick. Get a Life by Chris Elliott. I love that, and if I'm gonna pick a movie, then I would have to say Cabin Boy was another Chris Elliott movie that I absolutely adore. Which actually is a show. It's a funny ass movie, but I've shown that movie to like my nephew when he was a little kid, and he loved it. So it could be, shown to your kids, and you'll love it too. It's quite. I've
never seen it.
Cabin Boy, I highly recommend. David Letterman actually has a cameo in the movie. That's hilarious, like really, really funny. But all right, those are my picks. So you talk about your fan of the week. I got a fan of the week too.
All right, my fan of the week is Thomas Black. And this motherfucker, oh my God, he is a unique individual.
I love that guy.
This motherfucker, like, you could point out, like, hey, today's Monday. And he will write a story 3 pages long about why it's Monday and why it's enjoyable.
And he'll make it entertaining and hilarious.
And fun as hell. And he's an Illinois native, just like myself. Even though I live in New Orleans now, I'm an Illinois native, a Chicagoland native. And cool as can be. And what I really want to mention, why this guy won my heart, especially this weekend I want to mention, is on the Wasp episode. We both talked about the issue of Hit Parader that was Heaven and Hell. And this guy sent me a message where he had the cover of it. I was like, where'd you get that? And he goes, oh, it's on eBay right now for $14. You might want to fucking catch it. And I did. And it was so amazing. My girlfriend's looking at me like I'm a fucking retard. But I get the issue in the mail. I'm flipping through it. And it was like, this was my first issue of Hit Parader. My first time, getting a heavy metal magazine. And it's like, the fucking David Lee Roth and the Eat 'em and Smile era. Deep Purple was about ready to put out fucking House of Blue Light. And man, it just took me back to being 12 years old and like first getting into metal. And man, it's all because of Thomas. If he wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have got it. And it was amazing. And Thomas is a great fan of both the Almost Human 56 page and the Rock and Metal Combat podcast page. And he's just all around good dude. And we have a lot of great fans that listen to the podcast and are on all the Facebook pages.
Yeah.
What you got, Ralph?
There's this guy online. I really, sometimes I'm hot and cold. Sometimes I don't like him. Sometimes I do. But I got to give him a shout out because he agrees with everything I say. His name is Terrence Reardon.
Oh, you bitch. I also want to give a shout out to a big fan of our page, Bill Wang. Bill Wang.
That guy's hilarious.
Oh, Bill Wang's hilarious. He has a great Facebook page called Kiss 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 Hard Rock Heavy Metal.
Did you see his videos where he's looking for Vinnie Vincent?
Oh yes, they're hilarious.
He goes up to strangers asking them, "Hey, you know where Vinnie Vincent is?"
Exactly. Great guy. A lot of very supportive of our podcast. But I did go on there the other night, and I put up. He does a lot of polls. Puts albums against albums, and I put the Van Hagar lineup against a piece of shit. And I did this on the Almost Human page, and I said, one's corny, stinks, and you're glad it's gone, and the other one is a piece of shit. And all these people started coming out of the woodwork bitching, and somebody reported the fucking picture.
What?
Because, yes, and I know it wasn't Bill Wang, but I was so pissed off last night. And he's lucky I was sober, because I would have gone off totally way more if I was drunk. But, fucking bitch-ass fans, if you don't like something...
Ian, I know who did that. I know who deleted...
Was it Terrence?
No, man. I hate to say it, but it was me. But I gotta tell you... No, wait. Don't get mad at me. Look, I didn't understand. I didn't think you were gonna get mad at me because I didn't really report the picture of the shit. I reported the picture of Sammy Hagar. That offended me.
I get that. Now then it makes sense. We need to do an episode on why Van Hagar ruined the free world.
Yeah, okay.
But we need to find somebody who is articulate which, like you said, is impossible because if they're articulate, they don't love Van Hagar. But we need to find a Van Hagar fan, who can speak well, who has a mic, who can do this, to stand up for themselves. Because we have to address this once and for all, why you should be quartered and hung. And why Van Hagar is the ruin of the free world. So we're throwing this out there. If you like Van Hagar and you think you have a valid reason why, write us. Let us talk to you. And you will be part of this show. And
not you, Terrence. We already know that you lie. So, now that you claim you love Van Hagar, we know we're not going to get an honest answer out of you, buddy.
Yeah. No, Terrence. But somebody else, like, if you think Van Hagar has a place on the earth, we want to crucify you. Please come on.
No, especially if you think Van Hagar is better than the classic Halen, which that'll be rare to find.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, that's cool. All right, so Van Hagar fans, line up. Hey, man, the more the better. Because, it's 2 of us against 1 of you, so maybe 2 of you can come on, or 3. I'll take on 20 Van Hagar fans.
Exactly. I'm trying to find somebody who deserves Ebola. I'm just kidding. Ebola's too fucking good for you.
Yeah, I agree there, man. Fuck Sammy Hagar. He sucks.
Fuck Sammy Hagar and fuck all of Sammy Hagar's pussy fucking fans.
Yeah, you fucking Jimmy Buffett wannabe fools. You thought I was gonna say another. You thought I was gonna say another word with F, and I wasn't talking about fuck either.
I know. That's a sad thing because.
No, I we ain't even get into that. But yeah, Sammy Hagar fans, please stand up and be counted, so we can pimp slap you all over the interwebs. That's right. All right, exactly. So signing off here.
Say what you want about Gordon Gilbert. Even he doesn't like Sammy Hagar.
He doesn't.
I hope.
Nah, I think he does. Anyway, so he probably claimed to know him too and know his girlfriend. He seems to know all the girlfriends of everybody.
That's it.
Anyway, so
Sammy Hagar's boyfriend. Please call us.
Yeah, that was Gordon Gilbert actually.
There you go. But, irregardless, please check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Please check out the Facebook page, the YouTube page. Go on Podcast Addict, sign up. All you got to do is type in Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Subscribe. You get every episode every week. Check in this Sunday and every Sunday. We thank y'all for listening.
And we are open to have guests on the show, so let us be known, and if you impress us, we'll have you on with us.
There you go.
All right, Ian, so you have a good week there, buddy.
You too, brother.
All right, signing off. Sayonara.
Bye.
On stage in the intimate setting of the Omni with a special half-house setup. Gene, Paul, Eric, Bruce, Kiss. Rock and roll's bad boys. Kiss back with an all-new show. And introducing special guest, Black and Blue. Tickets now at all Seats locations, including all Turtle stores, Bojo's in Cedartown, the Macon Mall, and the Omni International. It's a wild New Year's Eve at the Omni. Rock's ultimate spectacle. Kiss.